Hi guys. Now this is a response vlog to a question, bit of advice I suppose, Fastasfox asked under his last upload, or at the time of recording his last upload, his first day in a class 1. And because I've already done today's vlog, but I know I'm not going to have enough time to edit it to upload it tonight, I'm going to do this. It's all going to be one take, so I'm probably going to go every so often. But whatever. This is going to be today's one in response to Fastasfox's query. Obviously he's now become a class 1 truck driver, so lavvy jappy. But he's talking about a 90-degree reverse in between two trailers. The most standard reverse manoeuvre you are ever likely to do in your driving career. So far today, this is my first day back after virtually 20 days off, I've done 3 of those manoeuvres just so far today, and I've still got to stop in Oxford and then get back to the yard. So I've got at least one more of them before my day is done. Now he's found out that as he's reversing, he's going in and he's getting the trailer in the gap, and then by the time the units come round and everything like that, he's kinked the trailer out a bit, so he's on the wonk, you know, he's on the P a little bit. Well, there's a reason for it, and every new class 1 driver, and us experienced guys do it as well, it's all the time. If you go to a large site, a blue chip site like a Superstore, a Tesco's, a Sainsbury's, wherever, they'll have dedicated shunters. They'll be in the turbo, the yellow or multicoloured bleeding shunt vehicles, and all they do day in day out is shunt. They'll reverse onto a dock, drop, go a couple of docks down, pick up, take out, park up, a few spaces over, pick up, and so on and so forth. All they're doing all day long is that in between two trailers reverse. That standard, it happens every single day, 90-degree reverse, whether it's between two trailers into a parking bay or onto a dock. And if you watch them, as you tend to do when you're waiting for paperwork or you're on your break or something like that, one thing you will notice is every so often, even these experienced shunters who've been doing it years will reverse in, roll forward and reverse back. Because it doesn't matter how long you've been driving these things, you will never reverse a trailer perfectly every single time. It doesn't happen. I don't care whether you've been driving 10 years, 20 years, or whether you're like me, you come from an agricultural background and you've kind of grown up doing it. You will never ever reverse a trailer perfectly first time, every time. Never. So don't worry about it. If you're reversing in between two trailers and you've brought it around and your trailer's on the piss to everything else, roll forward, straighten up and go straight back. Everyone does it. You'll see it on every yard. It doesn't mean that you're new, it doesn't mean that you're crap, it doesn't mean anything. It just means you made the same mistake every driver always makes. Now, why does it happen? Simple. It's really simple. In experienced drivers, it tends to be you're tired. It's been a long day, you've overcooked it. It's one of those. In new drivers, it's really simple. There's your trailer, there's your unit, okay? So you've gone back, you've got the trailer in, you can see the trailer is square, it's going in the hole. Tell me something. Can your unit do that without moving the trailer? No, it can't, can it? It cannot do that without moving the trailer. You're square in the hole, but by the time you've come back round, you've carried on reversing the trailer around the bend. What you've got to try and do is, now if the yard is wide enough, I'm talking about big RDCs, you got your trailer parking bays, you got your docks. What you want to do is you want to be about a third of the way into the the yard, the gap you've got from where all the trailers are parked. You're going to go past them, and as you get to about where you want to be to start your reverse manoeuvre, kink out to the left a little bit. Now obviously in some yards you've got to diagonal it, you'll never get in otherwise, you won't have enough room. But you want to be about a third of the way, kink out a little bit. And then you want to go back a little further than you think, and then bring her around really quickly, and try, if you have the room, to line up with that dock before your trailer gets in between the two trailers you're going in between. Now, a lot of big RDCs you can do that, but I respect that you can't do it everywhere. Trust me, I've been to those sites as well, where you just have to do the best you can. But the simple fact is, watch what your trailer is doing the entire time. Okay, I've done various reverse manoeuvres before now. I think Fastasfox, you will actually remember. I'm not going to use your actual name because I don't know whether you mind that being said out loud, so I'll just refer to you as Fastasfox. I think I've worked out your actual name. Now, you will have seen me do a reverse manoeuvre when I was at Wellingborough, and I was reversing round and I was going, look, no hands at points, and just a carry, standard, steady, slow speed, straight in, wallop. The only way you can do that is to watch what your trailer is doing and react accordingly. Now you've got to try and get that right. The trailer is at this angle. By the time I've straightened up, the trailer is going to be where I want it to be. Because if you go in and get the trailer where you want it to be whilst you're looking out the window, by the time you've straightened up, the trailer's going to be in the trailer next to you. Never go in too shallow. There is a temptation sometimes, and I've done it myself, where you've got the wrong angle when you've lined up, and you think, oh, I'll do it anyway. You were too close to the trailers, the parked trailers. You went out, you're going around, you're way too shallow. If you go in tighter, you're going to take the trailer on that side out. So you go back, you go back, you go back, and you think you can make it, but the trailer on that side gets hit. I've done that on a couple of occasions in my driving career. The last time I did that was directly opposite transport. I was like, oh, you really do. And it was well, I did about 60, I think I've done about 65 hours, and that's paid, so that's removing brakes. So I was way up to about 70 hours that week, with POA obviously. And it had been a fantastically long week, it had been a fantastically long day. I was close to my 15, knackered. I remember, I can see it now. I always reverse with both my windows so I can hear what's going on. I'm going in, and I'm looking at it. I'm really shallow, and I know I am way too shallow. And my brain is saying, you are not making this, you're going to hit that trailer. Me, I'm ignoring myself. And I carried on, and there was a grind, and I was like, oh. Why did I do that? We all make mistakes. The thing is, when you reverse a trailer, you have to watch the trailer and try and identify where you are, where your unit is. I mean you. Because you're straight. You do that, you do that. Well, as you straighten up, don't think that straightening up, you're instantaneously straightening the trailer up. You're not. Your trailer is still turning until you are square on. So you've got to try to identify, without going too shallow, trust me on that, where to start, and that's down to experience. The only advice I can give you is watch that trailer and react to what your trailer is telling you. You don't really need to worry about the pivot point of the axles, i.e. the middle axle. One thing you can try to do is, you got a tri-axle trailer. I'm going on a 3-axle here. When you get your trailer to that point at the middle axle to, say, the corner edge of the trailer you're going next to, so you're going in, you're at that angle, your middle axle is in line with the bulkhead of the trailer, you're in, you haven't hit that one next to you, swing round as hard as you can. Okay, straighten up as hard as you can, because that's usually, by the time you've done that, you're straight. Now, one other thing people make a mistake with. You're in your bay, okay, so you've done that bit. You're straight. You're in your bay. In that mirror, your 3 axles are perfectly parallel with that line. In that mirror, that line is like that. Well, it'll actually look like that. Okay, you're perfectly straight with this one, but it's like that in that one. What you're trying to achieve, because you've got to take in depth, is you're trying to achieve something similar to that. Like if you had a piece of paper and you were going to draw a pathway fading away. Try to imagine that there. So instead of having one perfectly straight and one like that or like that, whatever, I can't think off the top of my head at the moment, try and have both of them at a slight angle, because then you'll be straight. Because remember, you're looking back at your axles 50 feet away. But like I said, when you go in between trailers, just watch what the trailer's doing and work out when you remember when you're reversing, your unit, your fifth wheel, is putting pressure on that pin at whatever angle your unit is at. So you're straight, you're going straight back. You kink, you turn. A lot of people make the mistake that when you're going in, you have to really kink as fast as possible. No. The only time you need to do that is when you are tight, when you are in a very confined space, and even then it's not the greatest idea. If you do that, just a tiny kind of angle, and then go straight, your trailer will do that. So you don't need to over steer it, and that's what a lot of new drivers do. That's kind of the thing I get your mindset into, because you'll be going back and you'll go, right, I'll swing it in. No. Start to swing it just gradually and watch what happens. If you have to go forward and do it again, you can go forward and do it again. Doesn't matter, it's not a race. But just little and often wallop. But to be fair, if you're worried about that kind of reverse, don't. I will most likely cock up when I get back to the yard. I'll be going in between two trailers, I'll think, oh, I haven't cooked it. Pull forward, reverse back. Happens. But anyway, that's enough from me. Hopefully that will have helped you. You've seen my reverse video. I think it's still up. I don't think that was one of the ones that I took down. So see if you can find that and have another look where I was in Wellingborough and I did the reverse look no hand style thing. And just kind of visualise your pin on your trailer and the fifth wheel around the pin. Okay, where your unit is pushing the pin. And of course that pin is either going that way or straight back. So try and think about that, if that helps. Anyway, like I said, I think that's enough for this. So cheers for watching, hope it helps you, and I shall see you in the next one.